Ever wondered which casino games are the easiest and which are the hardest? Today we'll demystify this for you. Our purpose is simple: to guide you through the labyrinth of casino games, ranking them from easiest to hardest. We're not just talking about the luck of the draw here. Sure, chance plays a part, but there are other factors that can tilt the odds in your favor. We'll consider the house edge, that is, the advantage the casino has over you. Then, there's the learning curve. Some games you can pick up in minutes, others might take a lifetime to master. And of course, we'll look at the level of strategy involved, because in some games your decisions really do matter. So whether you're a seasoned player or a novice, there's something here for you. Now let's dive into the world of casino games. Starting from the easiest games, we have those that rely mostly on luck. These are the games that practically anyone can play, regardless of experience or skill level. We're talking about games like slots and roulette, which are as straightforward as they come. Take slots, for instance. It's a game that has captivated players for generations. You simply insert your coins, pull the lever, or in today's digital age, press the button and wait for the symbols to line up. There's no strategy involved, no complex rules to wrap your head around, just pure luck. If the symbols line up in the right combination, you win. It's as simple as that. Then we have roulette, another game that's all about chance. The dealer spins the wheel in one direction and the ball in the opposite direction. Your only job is to predict where the ball will land. You can bet on a specific number, whether the number will be odd or even, or if it will fall into a red or black slot. Once again, there's no real strategy involved, it's all down to luck. What makes these games so appealing is their simplicity. They're easy to understand and play, making them a great entry point for beginners. But it's not just beginners who enjoy these games. Even seasoned players can appreciate the thrill of a game that's entirely down to chance. There's something exhilarating about not knowing what's going to happen next, about the possibility of a big win being just a spin or a roll away. These games are perfect for beginners or those who prefer not to stress about strategy. They offer a fun, stress-free gaming experience that can be enjoyed by players of all skill levels. So if you're new to the world of casinos, or if you simply want to enjoy a game without having to think too much about strategy, these are the games for you. Next, we have games that require a bit of strategy, but not too much. Now let's dive into the fascinating world of casino games that involve a smidgen of strategy. Not too daunting, but enough to keep you on your toes. First up, we have Blackjack. This game is a perfect blend of chance and strategy, making it a crowd favorite. In Blackjack, you're not just battling the odds, but you're also trying to outsmart the dealer. The basic rules are simple: get as close to 21 without going over. However, the real intrigue lies in choosing whether to hit or stand, and that's where your strategy comes into play. You'll need to weigh the risks and rewards of each decision, making Blackjack a thrilling game of calculated gambles. Next on our list is Baccarat, a game that may seem complex at first glance but is actually quite straightforward once you get the hang of it. In Baccarat, you're not playing against other players but against the dealer, similar to Blackjack. The objective is to predict whether the player or the banker's hand will be closer to a total of 9. While this does involve some level of prediction, Baccarat primarily relies on luck, making it a great game for those who enjoy a mix of strategy and chance. And let's not forget about poker. While the classic version of this game does require a deep understanding of strategy, many casinos offer simpler versions like 3-card poker. In these versions, you're only dealt 3 cards, making the game much faster and easier to understand than traditional poker, but still offering a fun strategic element. These games are not just about the luck of the draw, but also about making smart choices based on the cards you're dealt. They offer a perfect balance of strategy and chance, providing a thrilling gaming experience. So, if you're looking to take a step beyond purely luck-based games, these are a great place to start. These games are great for those who want to dip their toes into the world of strategic casino gaming. Now we're moving into the territory of games that require a good deal of strategy. Poker and craps, two of the most strategic games you'll find in a casino, are our focus in this scene. These games aren't just about luck, they demand a deep understanding of the rules, a keen sense for reading other players, and a knack for making calculated decisions. First up, let's talk about poker. This card game has been a staple in casinos for over 100 years, and has become a global phenomenon thanks to televised tournaments and online platforms. Poker is a game of skill and strategy, where players compete against each other, not the house. The goal is to assemble the best 5-card hand, or convince others you have it. This game involves a complex interplay of probability, psychology, and game theory, making it a truly strategic endeavor. Then there's Craps, a dice game that can seem overwhelming at first with its bustling table and intricate betting system. But once you've mastered the basics, you'll find a rich and engaging game that rewards strategic play. In Craps, players bet on the outcome of one or more rolls of a pair of dice. The strategy here comes from understanding the probabilities of different outcomes and making smart bets accordingly. Craps offers a variety of betting options, each with its own odds and payouts, adding layers of complexity to the game. In both poker and craps, the thrill doesn't come solely from the potential for big payouts. It's also about the mental stimulation, the satisfaction of outsmarting your opponents, and the joy of executing a well-planned strategy. These games demand more than just a casual approach. They require dedication, patience, and a willingness to learn. So, if you're the kind of person who relishes a mental challenge, who enjoys the complexities of a game as much as the potential winnings, then poker and craps could be your casino games of choice. Remember, the journey to mastery can be just as rewarding as hitting that big win. These games are ideal for those who love a challenge and don't mind spending time learning the ropes. Finally, we have the hardest casino games, those that require a high level of skill and strategy. They are not for the faint of heart, nor are they for those looking for a casual gaming experience. These are the games that separate the amateurs from the seasoned players. Our first game on this list is video poker. It's not your typical poker game, but a blend of poker and slot machines. Video poker demands a deep understanding of poker hands and strategy. The player needs to make decisions that affect the outcome, deciding which cards to keep and which ones to discard. And while the rules are straightforward, the strategy can be complex. It's all about making the best possible hand with the cards you're dealt, and that requires a keen sense of observation and quick decision-making skills. Then there's Pai Gow Poker. This game, an Americanized version of an ancient Chinese domino game, is one of the most challenging to master. It's played with a standard deck of 52 cards and a joker, and the goal is to create 2 poker hands out of the 7 cards dealt to you. One hand must consist of 5 cards and the other of 2, and both of your hands must beat the dealer's hands. Sounds simple, right? Well, it's not. The complexity of the game comes from figuring out the optimal way to arrange your cards. And with so many possible combinations, it can feel like you're trying to solve a puzzle with no clear solution. Both video poker and Pai Gow poker require a solid understanding of poker hands, a knack for strategy, and a willingness to take risks. They're not games you can win by relying on luck alone. They demand skill, patience, and a good deal of practice. These games are for the seasoned players, those who don't mind a challenge and enjoy a strategic game. So if you're looking to test your skills and push your gaming limits, these are the games you'll want to play. But remember, the thrill of the challenge is always best enjoyed responsibly. So, there you have it, a ranking of casino games from easiest to hardest. We've journeyed through the spectrum of games, starting with those requiring little to no strategy. These are the games where chance is king and where beginners can find their footing. We then moved on to games with some strategy involved. These games are a balance, offering a mix of luck and skill, giving you a bit more control over the outcome. They're a great middle ground for those looking to up their game. Next, we dove into games with high strategy involved, where knowledge, experience, and a sharp mind can tip the scales in your favor. These games are for those who love a challenge and thrive on outsmarting the competition. And finally, we looked at the hardest casino games. These are the games that test your mettle, where every decision matters and the stakes are high. Remember, no matter which game you choose, the most important thing is to have fun. Good luck.